My name is Morgan. I'm a sales representative at Team Mancuso Powersports 59 in Houston, Texas. I am helping the Sonic guys integrate ODL and using everything for showing them how it is and all that. We're specific on time with our customer or time away from our customer. So what I love about it is that I have a very minimal time away from my customer when I'm using it. So that cuts back on the time that they have to convince themselves not to purchase the vehicle. So I do love it that I'm with the customer from front to back, beginning to end. The customers love it because we're not leaving their side. A lot of times they get antsy and they're like, well, how much longer and how many more times do you have to keep running back and forth? So the customers seem to love it for the same reason. They love that we stay by them, they're not alone. I think it's a more personable experience for them. And then the pen and paper, you know, you get all the scratch and then you scratch out one price and then write another and scratch out another price and write the details they want in it, or just a lot of details that go into the pen and paper. But with the ODL and have everything through technology, I think it runs a lot smoother. It's a lot less chaotic and all over the place like pen and paper can be. So I think it's a lot smoother and the process seems a little bit quicker and a little bit easier and seamless for the customer as well. I do think it is a lot easier. I think it's a lot more easier to understand as well. Sometimes what I've noticed is pen and paper, the customers question, well, what's this, what's this, what's this, what's this? They'll go back to each little detail, whereas we run through it and they have very minimal questions. They might have a couple here and there, and we have to explain to them what one line might mean, but overall they have minimal questions. I think it helps them understand it. It explains everything a lot easier. So going through the whole thing, I just think overall it's a lot easier. You said time. I think it does cut back the time. A lot of people do walk into our dealership, and any power sports dealership, motorcycle dealership, they walk in and they're like, oh, this is like a car dealership. I don't even want to see numbers because I know it's just the whole process is going to take 5 hours, 6 hours, even longer. So they kind of dread it, the whole process. So I think it's cut that process down in half, if not maybe a little bit more, depending on, where the customer is and stuff like that. But I do think the timing on it is a lot better than pen and paper. So it saves all the time in running back into the office and talking to our managers and, communicating that way. So we're able to put the notes in. Our manager can see the exact notes that we might go back and tell them. They can see it right there on the worksheet that we're doing. So I think it also lets up on the customers whenever we're very upfront. So whenever the customers come in, I let them know that the process is really quick, it's really easy. I'll figure out what they want. If they have a trade, we go through all of it, and then a couple minutes I'll get the numbers. After that, credit app takes like 2 to 5 minutes is what I typically tell them, if that, and then they're really happy with it from the beginning. So right off the bat, it seems like they have a weight lifted off their shoulder, that they're not going through a long dragged out process like they're used to in cars. It's awesome. It gives me more time to interact with other customers. So once I finish with that customer, a lot quicker, like you said, 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes, just depending on, like I said, where the customer is at. But it gives me a chance to send them off to finance so they just sign papers. It eliminates a lot of the people in the middle as well. But then for me, I send them off to the next step, and then I can go move on to the next one. So it's a lot quicker on my end and for the customer.